Welcome back, everyone, to episode 6 of our extended look at Final Fantasy 6 or 3 or whatever you'll like to call it. So in the previous episode, we had made it all the way to the Veldt, and we had recovered our feral youth, Gao. And in between the last episode and this one, I did do a little bit of grinding to gain some rages for him. The ones that I got specifically that are of huge critical importance going forward are going to be... Where is it? There it is. Stray Cat. And then there was another one for Oversoul. The reason for the importance between those two is Oversoul teaches you the ability to cast Will-o'-the-Wisp, and the Stray Cat teaches you the ability called Cat Scratch. Cat Scratch is a physical attack that does 8 times the normal damage that you deal with a physical attack. And Oversoul's Will-o'-the-Wisp is a single or multi-target fire-based magic attack that does a huge amount of damage as well. Those two are the most important ones that you can learn on the Veldt at this point in the game. There was also a boss enemy guard leader that you could learn here. Unfortunately, I spent about an hour and a half, 2 hours just wandering around the Veldt trying to get that boss to pop. He usually pops in what is would be considered the first pack of enemies that you see. The way that the Veldt works is all enemies from a certain area appear in packs. By packs, I don't mean just, when you run into a random encounter and you see 3 enemies. That's not what I mean by pack. Packs are like every enemy encounter you would have seen in Narshe when the game started would appear in a pack. So all of the guards and all of the Silver Lobos and all the Megalodots that we fought, those different groupings all appear as a pack. And you'll find all different encounters that you have seen there in that pack. Guard leader is part of that first pack. I couldn't find him. No matter how much I tried, I just did not want to pop. So it would have been nice if we could have gotten him. He teaches Gao Wind Slash, and Wind Slash is a multi-target hit that does quite a bit of damage as well. Could not get it to pop, and we're not going to waste a ton of time trying to get that. However, one of the things that I did manage to get quite a few of is Green Berets. The satellite enemy that we found in the Imperial camp, he actually does appear on the Veldt, and you can learn him as a rage. And every single time you fight him on the Veldt, he also drops a Green Beret. So we got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So we'll have plenty to give out when we start the next big phase, which in theory we'll see in this episode when we get back to Narshe and group back up with the rest of the party. Anyway, I've done all the grinding that I intended to do on the Veldt up to this point in time. Are there some enemies that I might have missed on the way to the Veldt up to this point in the game? Possibly. Maybe 1 or 2 small enemies. Not really worth the time trying to run back and get those. The critical ones that we needed would have been Stray Cat and the Oversoul one, and possibly Guard Leader, but we're not going to lose any sleep trying to get those guys. And this group's already dead. I was a little surprised. Megalodot teaches the Snowstorm or Blizzard ability, which is a multi-target magic attack. It does very little damage. I don't know why it's so weak, but unfortunately it's not one you can rely on as a heavy-hitting magic attack. It just does not do anything special. But let's see if we can get Stray Cat to do Cat Scratch. Here we go. Watch this. Bam! 900 points of damage. At this point in the game is huge. That is a ton of damage. One of the drawbacks of playing on the Veldt is that while you do get money for every single encounter, you do not get any experience points. So you cannot come here to grind for levels while you're also learning rages for Gao. It's one or the other. If you want to grind for experience, you got to go out into other parts of the world. If you want rages, you come here. You do get money, and I did use some of that money to buy a couple of relics and kit out the rest of the party that's not currently in our group, so that when we get back to Narshe, we should be well equipped for the events at hand. I forgot. This episode's going to have both Gao and Kefka talking, so there's probably going to be a lot of me rasping. Cyan, that shiny, shiny thing of Gal's is in here. And where exactly might it be found, Sir Gal? Gal, forget! Shall we look around? It seems we have no choice. I think there are fights in this cave. I might be wrong. Doesn't seem to be over here. A potion. Could this be Sir Gal's treasure? That almost looked like they were waving at the camera, which would make no sense. Why are you waving at him? I'm fairly certain it's up, but we're not going to worry about that. Isn't there a gag where he pretends to push one of the two off the ledge? We're not going through there yet. We got to find the hat, the diving helmet, diving bell, whatever you want to call it. What is it, Gal? Did you see something? Yep, here it is. Wow! God, my money pouch. There's 500 gil in there. Gal, you little... Sir Sabin, recall that thou entrusted me with thy coin. Your gil is right here, safe and sound. I'm going to apologize in advance because I think this is probably going to happen at some point during the episodes that we're recording. I am doing a couple of them at a time just to make sure that I can be consistent with the voices as much as possible. When I have a couple of days off and I'm working on other projects, I am probably going to forget how I did the accents or voices for some of these characters. So they may change over time, or I might just stop doing a certain voice if it's really... difficult for me to reproduce. So if there is some inconsistency, I apologize. I'm not doing it on purpose. All right, we didn't find the helmet yet, so they won't let you jump. But essentially, you go in there. Once you find the diving helmet, you just jump in the water. Come on. It's in here somewhere. I just got to remember where... I could have sworn it was up here. I also don't think I have to hit any buttons, but we might have just stumbled on it. There it is. Is this it? The shiny treasure? Treasure! Treasure! 'Tis nothing but a dirty glass bowl. Kind of looks like it would fit over your head. Wonder if we could use this. It might let us breathe underwater. All right, let's go. Tippy, 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 tippy. So if you still want to grind for rages, do not come in here, because once you find that helmet, you immediately jump in. These rapids look quite rapid. No kidding. But it's the only way to make it in time to meet up with the others. In time. What timetable is he working on? They didn't have a set time that they were going to meet in Narshe. They all got separated. Aw, Cal's afraid of water. All right, let's go. See you later, wolf boy. Music here is kind of fun, but you have absolutely no control over the path. It just guides you, and then you'll hit a couple of pre-arranged random encounters. They always happen in the same spot when you go through here. There's nothing random about them. An Anguiform. So yeah, as you can see, once you get out of the Veld, he loses the ability to do the leap. Oh, Aqua Breath hits hard. And the part that really stinks is you can't stop, as far as I know. Let's try. Yeah, you can't stop the movement to heal. So you got to do it once you get back into a fight, or in the few spots that occur throughout the Serpent Trench where I think you can get out and use a save point. Let's go left. I forgot. You can control it a little bit. I also have no idea if there's any special items you can get if you go a certain way. Oh, there's one that allows you to do lightning, and I don't remember which one it is. Would have been nice if I had remembered to look that up. Let's just stick with the classic, do Stray Cat. Unfortunately, the way that the rages work is 50% of the time, Gal will do a standard attack and just hit with, you know, like a fist or a sword or a club of some kind. The other 50% of the time, he'll do whatever special ability that the enemy was assigned. And in addition to those basic options for attack, Gal will retain a special status effect or any strengths or weaknesses that the enemy would have normally had. So in the case of, say, Oversoul, for example, Oversoul can do the fire attack, that the Will-o'-the-Wisp fire attack. However, Oversoul's an undead character, so as soon as you choose that rage, Gal becomes undead. Now, it doesn't last after the fight. He's not the undead status effect that you normally see whenever a character gets zombified, for lack of a better term. But it does happen during the fight, and if you try to heal him, he'll actually take damage. Another example would be if you chose a character that can fly, for example, Serpius. Serpius will cast Float on Gal, and that will remain with him until he heals or stays at an inn where the status effect may be removed. However, it's a nice way to get out of attacks that are ground-based like Quake. We're not going to see that for a while yet, but there will be some enemies that will fight that can cast Quake, and that would be a nice thing to have as an option instead of having to cast Float on Gal. Just use Serpius, and then he can avoid the hit altogether. Let's go ahead and pick Serpius now just to show it. So there you go. Now he is permanently floating until someone undoes the status effect. There's some also nice ones like Magitech Armor casts Safe. I think there's one that casts Haste on Gal. Haste does not last. Unfortunately, that is one that comes off as soon as you leave the battle. Same with... I have no idea which way to go. We'll go right. This was the right call. Good. If it wasn't, oh well. I think, depending on which direction you pick, you can actually end up going in a loop and having to repeat an area. Oh, which one would have been the lightning one? Let's try... Lesser Lapros, possibly? I think I just botched this. I did Fireball. That's not going to do much damage. They're water-based enemies. Oh, never mind. It did quite a bit of damage. Oh, crap! He died! Go! We do have some Phoenix down, so he should be alright as soon as we get to a cave, which I think is coming up, maybe? Maybe not. I'll have to do it in the next fight if I don't get to the cave. There it is. Bing! Alright, cool. So let's use a Phoenix down. And we'll burn through some potions to heal everyone up. Thankfully, I think we're getting very close to when we can start giving everyone Magicite so they can learn spells. I think the very important first one to do is to get the ones that teach you Cure, so that everyone, regardless of how good or bad they are with magic, can actually do healing for the party. Oh man, am I not going to be able to get to that item? Yeah, I think I might have taken a wrong turn somewhere. That's alright. If we can't get it, we can't get it. Oh, well, maybe we can. Healing water? No. That would have been nice. Also would have meant I wasted my money on those, or wasted my potions trying to recover. I think you have to... No, you don't. You don't jump in that. Let's see if anything changed down here. I don't think so. No, it didn't. Oh, crap. That's what I get for wandering off. I think you can go in the cave behind here, and you don't have to jump in the... Oh! Then I jumped in there. Oh, there you go. Never mind. That's what I wanted. Another green beret. Everyone in my party is going to be just stacked with green berets. Which is good, because they are an incredible helmet early on. And in fact, later in the game, when you are heavy with party members and maybe not fully kitted out for every particular type of character, the green beret becomes a choice that the game will set to your characters when you optimize. They'll get the green beret more often than not late in the game. So the green beret is a great object, or a great helmet to have lots of. And you can buy them at some point in the future, but why do that when I can just find a whole bunch of them? All right. So we washed up onto a dock that's probably, what, 7-8 feet above the sea level? That makes no sense. I think you talk to this guy and he'll take you to Narshe, so don't talk to him yet. I want to poke around here a little bit, see if we can find some items. Which is looking like that's not going to be the case, but that's fine. Should be standard practice in a Final Fantasy game is wander around the environment. If you see any crates or cabinets or anything else that look like they might have an item in them, search them, because you probably will find something. I don't think this game was nearly as heavily laden with those kinds of objects as, say, Final Fantasy IV, but there are some of those in this game. 4 was just overloaded with items in the environment that you could find just about everywhere. And that may have been a choice to make the American version of the game easier. One of the things that you'll hear as a common refrain for the Americanized or Westernized versions of Final Fantasy is that they're often made much easier. Enemies dropped a lot less money and items in the Japanese releases. The enemies also hit harder. So the Kingdom of Doma to the east has fallen into the hands of the Empire as well. And that's all she had to say. Get out of the way. Standing around on the street like that, all covered in filth. Hello, kid. What are you doing there? This island's isolated from the rest of the world, so you can't get anywhere without a ship. By the way, what does isolated mean? I don't know, kid. All this stuff looks like junk to me, which is why he's wandering around looking for stuff. I Mithril Claw, Katetsu, Mithril Spear. We're going to get 2 of these because we can actually give one to Mog when he joins. If he joins in the next area, I think he does, but I might be misremembering. I don't think there's any items here that we can use. I think we're all pretty much set for what we were going to want to get for each of the characters, especially helmets. We have 4 for the characters that can use heavy helmets, but I think all of them can use the green beret as well, so probably won't happen. Silk robes might not be a bad idea to give to the 2 magic users, but we can only afford 1 right now. I could technically sell some items if I wanted to. Like leather caps. We're never going to need any leather caps again. And now I should have enough. So let's get 2 of these. They may be inferior armor to the iron armor sets, but I think both of those characters would benefit from many objects that would add to their ability to cast magic. And I think that's the value of the silk robes, is it increases their magic, either defense or offense. Well, let's see what you got, kid. Ooh, those are expensive. And I think these... what are the fairy rings? Do they do something? And I'm blanking on it. Like it's a status protection item. Fortunately, you can't check unless you have the money to buy it. Now that strange old man lives in a little cabin near Lathe. I helped deliver his son 13 years ago. It was a problem birth. The mother didn't survive, and the man couldn't take it. Went loony, he did. Thought his baby was some kind of monster and threw it out. Poor little thing never even had a chance. I think I was supposed to be doing that with a British accent of some kind. Like Cockney. Hey, you handsome young thing. Why don't you come have a drink with me, tee-hee? And the tradition of having burlesque women in these games, it continues, because this was definitely something from Final Fantasy IV, and I think 5 might have had characters like this as well. That may have been the earliest, was 4. How dare you, licentious howler! Off! Off with thee! Oh, don't be a stick in the mud. Let's just have some fun. Hey, do you like these? I call this one Humpty and this one Dumpty. Oh, that's a nice little change in the translation. They definitely didn't put that in the Super Nintendo version of it. Humpty Dumpty. Cyan, you're too easy. Thou art unaffected by these charms? One of the benefits of all my years of ascetic training. Ascetic? I don't know how you say that word. I think it's ascetic. Oh, don't leave me standing here all alone. Enough of that! A proper woman should have modesty and decency. And rant. Oh, Cyan. Cue up the music. Ships used to sail to the towns of the southern continent as well. Zen, Albrook, Miranda. All of them have been lost to the Empire. Okay. Yep, it's gone out. I don't think there's a whole lot else we could do here. I don't even think we can leave town. I think we have to go to the ship. Yep. I guess we'll find out in a second here. Let's see if the item shop had anything we really wanted, but probably not. Echo screens we already have. Smoke bombs, all they do is they allow you to leave a battle. Green cherries cure from imp status. And we haven't found anyone who's casting imp yet, which is alright. I mean, it's not a game ender. There's actually equipment that you can find at some point in the game that allows you to fight as an imp very effectively, but the imps don't have the ability to cast magic, and you can't use any spells or any abilities for the characters when you're an imp. So if you're an imp, all you can do is fight or use items. Or run away, I guess. Alright, nothing else there, and I don't think we have enough money to stay at the inn, which is fine. Not a big deal there. So this, that. Oh, I guess we can leave town, because that would have been the exit back there. And I think you can just walk out this way as well. Well, maybe not. Up there you probably can. Alright, so let's swing back over here, see what was up on the northern end. Chocobo Stable. When I was younger, I always thought it was pronounced Chocobo. Why? I don't know. Probably because C-H-O-C-O is pronounced Choco when you say chocolate. So why would it become Choco? And I'll double check and make sure the ship isn't the way we gotta go, but I'm fairly certain we have to take a ship from here to get back to Narshe. As we'll find out in a second if this guy would stop walking in front of me. Alright, big difference in this game versus Final Fantasy IV, and they got it right in that game. I believe if a character walks in front of you in Final Fantasy IV, if you keep pressing against them, you can actually force them to move faster to get out of your way. There we go. So let's say, still need to shop. We're going to leave town for a second just to see if there were any enemy encounters that were unique to this region. If there were, we could fight a couple of them, try to get the enemy packs to appear on the Veldt at a later time, and that way we can add that to the rages if I come back here. Or not here, but to the Veldt, rather. We can leave. I don't know if I can walk to... I don't think I can walk to Narshe from here, and these are not enemies that I hadn't already seen. In fact, I already have those rages, so nothing new there. The money is a nice touch. I definitely needed some cash. It's just nothing but mechanics wandering the field. Sabin, you made it! So what grisly manner of beast did you run into on your way here? Oh, we fought a bunch of wandering mechanics. It was crazy. Just nothing but herds and herds of guys waving wrenches around and attacking people randomly. Maybe the Gestalian Empire put all the mechanics out of work once they invented Magitech armor. Everyone used to have an automobile, but once Magitech armor came out, no one wanted to drive anymore. There's Will-o-the-Wisp. Yeah, it's a decent attack. I think the go-to move going forward for the time being is going to be Stray Cat. You want to do a big hit, you go Stray Cat. There might be a few characters that do standard magic. I think there's some that teach Fire, Fira, and Thundaga this early on. I don't know if Blizzaga's in the mix there, or Fire 2, Thunder 2, Ice 2, if you're a traditionalist. But of course, the Ara and Aga suffixes for spells are pretty common across Final Fantasy games now. So, yes, we did need to go... Oh, we can heal up so I don't have to start any fights with them at half health or anything like that. Get out of the way, old lady. She's lived here for 30 years. Why does she need to stay at the inn? 150? Cheap enough. All right, let's regroup with the big party and get the defense of Narshe underway. I say defense because, of course, you're going there to take Terra to the Esper and see if anything weird happens. And, you know, naturally, something weird's going to happen. But the army of Gestalt is going to show up, and they're going to try to recover the Esper since they failed the first time. And they're going to show up with a larger group of characters, including Kefka, of course. All right, hop aboard. So we finished all 3 of the scenarios. Once we get back to South Figaro, I don't think we're forced to walk all the way back. I think it just snaps you straight over to the regrouping at Narshe. And Narshe is just a stone's throw away. I wonder if the others arrived safely. I am sure they did. Ow! Or maybe that was supposed to be a subdued ooh. It's really not that easy to tell. The 3 groups have arrived in Narshe, and now a decisive battle is about to unfold. They seem oddly chill about the lady that basically killed their entire guard group. They're just like, okay. We'll have a talk with you, but, you know, these guys are ready to kill all of you if they have to. I mean, they'll try to kill all of you. I understand what you're saying, but you're asking us to spill our blood for you. That's not what we asked. What you ask is the same. Oh, I forgot Bannon's supposed to sound like that, right? Oh, you're absolutely right. Whatever, 2 old British guys. They can exist at the same time. Bannon! We're asking you to spill your blood. Well, maybe he'll be an old American. Emperor Gestalt is racing to acquire even greater Magitech armor. Power, whatever. That's the reason he wants the esper that was discovered here. If we allow the Empire to continue amassing weapons of Magitech destruction, history's greatest mistake will be repeated. The War of the Magi. The legendary conflict that laid waste to the world. You're saying it could happen again? I had thought humans to be wiser creatures. Edgar! Sabin, you're all right. Who have you brought along? I am Cyan, a warrior from the kingdom of Doma. Ow! Cow! The Empire killed everyone in Doma, down to the last child. Kefka poisoned them. Barbaric! Elder! But that was because Doma was collaborating with the Returners. As long as we remain neutral, we have nothing to fear from the Empire. And in comes Locke. Think again. Locke. The Empire is poised to attack Narshe as we speak. What? Locke, where did you manage to get your hands on information like that? Celeste here is one of the Empire's So it is her! I thought she looked familiar. Sargal, step aside! They should have had an animation where he pulls his sword out like he's about to kill her. The infamous General Celeste. The woman single-handedly responsible for the decimation of Miranda. Stand and meet thy judgment, Imperial Wait!
Celeste has promised to fight for the returners. She's fighting on our side now.
Be that as it may.
I promised I'd protect her, and I won't give up a woman I've sworn to protect.
Locke, you still haven't gotten over that, have you? Terra back there like, wait, you guys are talking about me, right? I was also an Imperial soldier. What? The Empire is evil, but that doesn't mean that all of its citizens are. I'm gonna have to defer to my brother on this one. Cyan's ready to kill both of these ladies. The Empire is here. We're under attack. And here we go. I think they let me equip my characters before the fight starts, but who knows? Ah, boy, here we go.
I don't care what you have to do. Just get me that esper!
Kefka, sir, what about the civilians?
What about them? Kill them all!
But, sir, Narshe is a neutral city.
Idiot! Read my lips! Mercy is for wimps! There's a reason oppose rhymes with dispose. If they get in your way, kill them! March!
Yes, I realize Kefka and Gal sound very similar, but that's because I had already done Kefka that way, so probably would have been how I would have done Gal regardless. It seems the choice has been made for us. Let us make ready for war. They're here for the esper. We moved it up into the cliffs above the valley. Then that's where we'll make our stand. Locke has a complicated past. Don't go falling for him now, thinking he was protecting you, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for your concern, but I'm a soldier, not some love-starved twit. So much for the next suggestion. All he thinks about is with his dick. Terra, who'd have thought we'd meet again, like this? You can use magic too, can't you? But it's different from mine. I was raised to be an Imperial Magitech Knight. When I was still very young, I was artificially infused with magic. Is it possible for you to love other people? Are you mocking me? No, she's asking a legitimate question. Uh-oh. Do not even think for a moment that I trust thee. Fine. Use your own eyes and see for yourself which side I'm on. There we go. All right, we're going to save. I think when you talk to Bannon, it actually starts, but they force you to pick your parties. I think I should manually do this because she may be one of my less useful characters at this point in the game. So that bumps up magic. And that does the bonus too. We'll do this. We're going to give her the magic hat for now. And I think the silk rope. Yeah, look at that. It adds more to her magic. And we'll check relics. I don't think there's anything. Imp and Silence is good. Spectacles, probably not a bad idea for her. But we might swap it for poison because she doesn't do physical so much as magic. Oh, yeah, I was going to save. Save. Yes. Now, I'm also on the back end doing save states because I'm playing this on my Retron 5. And that way, if for some reason one of my videos just kind of gets corrupted, I have a backup save so I can restart the whole thing. As awful a thought as that is, that I might lose an entire episode because something horrible happens to the save file on the Game Boy Advance cart, I have to be prepared for that scenario. All right, so we're going to run down the line. You can actually go in and manually equip every single one of your characters. Good idea. And... oh, he's got 2 air knives. I mean, I got to do that. Because that gives you 2 chances to do the wind slash attack. And there's no one else who can use knives at this point. The only other character that normally would be Shadow at this point. I don't think anyone else uses knives in the entire game, except maybe Go-Go. And Go-Go can equip just about everything. But he's definitely getting a green beret. So that bumps his evasion up. I think that's the highest of anyone in the party at this point. It's not as high as Shadow. Again, Shadow is the beast. He's our goat. I like the idea of giving Locke Hermes sandals to give him more turns. Because, unfortunately, he does not have a whole lot of offensive capability. Until we get him his mugging relic, whatever it's called, he's really kind of a useless character, aside from just doing some simple stealing options, which takes away an offensive option in the game. All right, we're going to go ahead and swap to Celeste, give her... I think that's the best weapon she can use. Very important, and I don't know if you can see that as an option on these weapons. Certain swords don't allow her to use runic, which is a problem, because if you go into a fight expecting to be able to absorb a magic attack, and runic is not an option, unfortunately, I don't think there's a way... No, there is. There is a way to swap your weapon in battle. You can actually go to item, and then go to the very top, and then you can swap out her weapon. It's not a good thing, though. You want to go into the fight with what you were expecting to use to absorb magic. Give her the Magus hat. Give her the silk robe. And if we have another... oh... let's do this. Imp and Silence. And while the earring is a nice choice... can she put 2 on? Holy crap, she can put on 2. We might give those to Terra, since she's the magic juggernaut. The issue there is we're going to lose Terra at the end of the battle. And then we lose the earrings, because I don't think they become unequipped from her. So we might just want to keep 1 on Celeste, and we'll give 1 to Terra. And that way, both of them have increased magic damage. And they'll both have Imp and Silence on, because you want to keep them from losing the ability to cast magic. So let's swap back to Terra real quick. Give her an earring. And if we lose it before... or after the end of this, so be it. Cyan should be good to go, because he had the benefit of being the last one we used. Last group, that is. And I don't think there was anything else he needed. See if the relics are okay. Sniper Eye, good. He is the slowest character, I think, in the entire party, so giving him a little extra boost to his hit rate is a good idea. And he's a physical character, so Hyperis is a good idea. Edgar might benefit from a little bit of equipment. I think he can get a spear, which is good. Yep, and that is a very powerful weapon at this point. Swap him for the green beret, very good. And then he gets iron armor, so yeah, he definitely benefited from the extra equipment I picked up. Physical attack power. We're going to leave Knights... well... we're going to leave it with him. He's not the tank right now. I think the better tank is either Cyan or Sabin, because both of those characters are higher level. And I think we're all right here. Nothing else we can add. He can't equip an iron shield, so no use there. And the Kempo Gi is as high as he can go right now for armor. Relics. He also has a hyper wrist to increase strength. And a star pennant's probably the best he can do. I don't think anyone's going to poison us here. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, give him the black belt. I like that. Yeah. And then Gal should be good to go. He can't equip any weapons. At least not right now. I think there might be a weapon that he can equip later in the game. They added it in the bonus dungeon. But we won't get close enough to that to actually be of any use for a while. Relics. Mithril Glove. Cast Protect when wounded. That's a good idea because in the case of Gal, he doesn't have the ability to heal himself if you activate a rage. Unless it's part of the character's design that they have a cure spell of some kind to heal themselves. You can't stop a rage to use an item. All that can happen is he keeps doing his pre-scripted rage attacks, and if he dies, you can re-select an option for his build. Let's get rid of that. He should not be doing Knight's Code because he can't heal himself. We put on Silver Spectacles. And let's give... I think Cyan is the most physically tanky. Well, 130. It's not going to be her. Maybe him, but he already has some... Yeah. No, I don't know. I didn't mean to do that. Put on Genji Glove again, idiot. Make sure I didn't lose the air knife. I did not. Alright, so the tanks would have been Edgar and Cyan. Terra and Celeste both could do it if I didn't give them silk robes, but for the time being, they're the two most defensively stout characters. And I think I like what I have on Cyan. I want him to be a good damage dealer, and Edgar can take some hits, but he's also going to be doing some stuff that will keep him mostly doing physical work. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this started. I think Bannon might heal me as well as an option. No, I guess not. I thought he did. It's alright. Here we go. You do have to group off all your people in 3 groups. I don't know if there's a preferred one, but when you go up against Kefka, you ideally want to have Celeste in the party because she will be absorbing magic. We'll go ahead and listen to this again. You'll fight in 3 groups. Select to switch between them. Defeat Kefka before his men reach Bannon for whatever reason, or the battle is lost. After you've made 3 parties on the party formation screen, press start to begin the battle. Okay. So, we are going to separate them like this. You want multi-hitting characters in 3 separate groups. Edgar's going to be one of them. Sabin is going to be one of them. And then the third, I'm going to say, is probably Gal. Because Gal has the ability to recast a multi-hitting attack very quickly that the only other multi-hitting character, Cyan, cannot do. He can do that flurry attack, which hits 4 times, but you have to wait, and while you're waiting, the attack ability of the enemies is not impeded. They can keep hitting you. So he's not a good option for multi-hitting as the leader for one of these groups. I'm going to put Cyan with Sabin, because he can do the Rising Phoenix attack, and that's going to be our group that goes after Kefka. Cyan, I'm going to put with, I think Gal would be a good partner there, because Gal will still queue up his attacks while I'm waiting to charge up an ability. Terra, we're going to put with Edgar, and Locke, it's just a mixed bag. We'll probably put him with the middle group, the one that's going to be attacking Kefka, so that I can try to steal from Kefka, because he does have an elixir, and I think another item that you can possibly get. But yeah, it's a good idea to try to steal from Kefka if possible. Those are our groups. I don't think you can add anyone else to these. You don't get extra Moogles helping you out. It's just the group as is. But yeah, I think that'll work. Let's go ahead and do it. Here they come! I don't know what the ideal groups for setting each channel are.
Oh, if it isn't the General Salas, the traitor. Excellent. Now I don't have to hunt you down later.
I think I did that as Gal. Whatever, doesn't matter.
Go! Get those vile insects!
All right, so we're gonna move Edgar. I think, well, we'll move him here. Yep, that's fine. No. We're gonna move Gal to the right and Sabin to the left, and I think we will do it. Oh, perfect. All right, so move Gal this way, and that should be just where you park each of these guys. We'll move him back a little bit. And Sabin was about to get into a fight, but we'll move him back one square. That way, if someone is going to pass that group, they don't get caught in a fight that they didn't really want to take on. Stole a potion. Yeah, Locke's utility here is mainly going to be stealing items, I think. Although he does have offensive capability. Also, I really need to nail these blitzes, and if I'm not, that's going to be a problem. There we go. And she does have Cure, which is good. I think Salas's early utility is going to be casting spells, because she can absorb magic and recover her magic points. Alright, so Bushido. And then we're going to set him up to do Oversoul for now. And I really need you to cast your spells, guy. There we go. Burn him down. I might switch to Stray Cat if I'm not having luck getting him to cast it against multiple characters. Lesser Lapros is another option if that's not working. Alright, so Edgar, of course, is going to use his crossbow tool. Bioblaster is not a bad option here as well, because I believe all of these enemies can be poisoned. So if it's not killing in one hit, you have an option there. Go ahead and heal us up. Again, the strange choice they made to the Final Fantasy, or to the characters of Final Fantasy III, is that you have the option to give characters Dragoon boots to make them jump, and they get extra damage if they do that while using a spear, and they made it so that the two characters that use spears have better options for attack than a jump. I'll never understand that choice. One hit kill, nice. We're gonna do less damage because this is a back attack. You can fix that by moving them up, but that takes a turn away, so that's not a great option. Kill both? Kill both? Yeah, if Gal was doing that from the front row, that would have been an 800 a point hit for each attack. So you have the option while you're waiting for enemies to show up to actually go into the menus and heal your characters. And let's do Bioblaster just to see if that does more damage. It probably won't, but if it doesn't, it'll poison them, and that may be enough to kill them. It did more damage, look at that. And Sabin's under attack. Yeah, I think this party's going to be really good for fighting Kefka. You can absorb his magic, and he does use a lot of magic as part of his fighting. And also, we can try to steal an item from him. Alright, so let's heal up real quick. Magic. Nope, that's equip. I want magic. And that should be good enough. Swap to Gal's party. And go ahead and heal him. Yes, the idea of making a kid a general in a rebellion is a terrible idea, but also he's more capable than Cyan at this point. Just a statement of fact. And unfortunately, because Sabin has a much longer scenario than the other two groups, he ends up taking the lion's share of the experience. So when you get here, Cyan and Gal are all a little bit higher in level, but it's not so high that it's debilitating. Like, it doesn't make it so that your other characters are all lagging severely. At most, I think there's a 2-level difference between the highest level party members from Sabin's group, and I think Edgar's group had a really short scenario, so they didn't do a ton of grinding. Okay, attack, attack, and let's do the blitz correctly. Now, as hard a time as I'm having being consistent using Rising Phoenix, the move, I think it's called Gale, but I can't remember, where he does a wind-based attack that hits everyone on the screen, is even harder for me to get right. So I imagine if I get to that, I'm really going to be struggling. All right, can I heal? Heal, 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 heal. Nope, I didn't get a chance. Okay, magic. I don't think we need a ton, but I'll do it right now anyway. Bioblast, that's probably not going to affect the heavy armor. Oh, we didn't need any. That was a waste. I thought she was down about 100 points. Ouch, she is now. Oh, that didn't do much. Let's do this. Boy, really not doing much to her at all. Damn! Heal yourself, lady. Alright, so I think we see basically all the enemy groups that are left on the screen now. We'll do it. Yeah, we'll just do that. Bioblaster. By the way, if you had a dog that big, that would be frightening. God damn, he hits hard. Alright, let's do this. We're gonna high potion her. And then do a quick attack, hopefully, before he does another one. And here comes the next fight! Boy, Gal's really not getting into it much, is he? Oh. Alright, so I think she'll attack this way, he'll attack the other way. It doesn't count as a surrounded or back attack once you clear one side of the battle. Yeah, go ahead. Go, 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 go. There we go. Oh, you better heal up, buddy. I'm not gonna get an option. Steal from the dog. You monster. Oh, nice. I'd feel bad, but honestly, they were the ones that put the dog in armor and set it to fight. If you don't want dogs to die, don't put them in battle. Alright, swap to the third party, see how they're doing. Pause. Yeah, we're good. Swap back to the main party, which really needs to heal right now. Pause. And use Terra to heal both, and then heal just Edgar. Alright, we're alright for now. Gal fight. And he's got 3 coming. I'm gonna swap to Cat Stretch, or Stray Cat, rather. Just do a single hit. I think it does 2.5 damage, 2.5 times damage when it hits, so that's a good choice instead of waiting for Flurry, which I think is a single strike, so you only do 4 times damage, and you gotta wait that whole time to get it to charge up. So your better option, at least when you're trying to fight quickly, is to go with the Fang attack. Oh, pause. No, I didn't change parties first. Ah, whatever. Gal's gonna need some health. Or Gal's group, I should say. Attack. And Bioblast them. They don't say what that bio is. I'm gonna assume it's just a big tank full of farts. It's green. It could be chlorine gas for all I know. Alright, let's do this. We're gonna swap to Lesser Lapros and see if that wipes him out 1 hit. And also use this chance to heal Gal. Can't do it himself. If I get another turn, I'll go ahead and do it to Cyan as well. Here we go. Hit all of them, please. There we go. That should clear the field. No, it didn't! Alright, heal yourself, Cyan. I think we talked about this in the episode when we had Mog temporarily in the party. Snow is one of the ones that's kind of hard to get. I think it's Snow. Because the only places that you can get into an outdoor snow fight are back here in Narshe. And I think it's kind of a limited time engagement. You can't repeat it. So you have to bring him to this area in order for him to learn the regional dance. And if you blow that, then you actually lose the, whatever it's called, Snow Rondo forever. And I think there's at least one other. I think it's the underwater dance that you have to have him again in a very specific location. And if you don't, he loses that dance as well. All the others are very easy because you can find basically all of them at any given time just by wandering around the map once you get one of your airships. Let's do Oversoul. It's supposed to do a multi-enemy attack. I'll be honest, I haven't seen Will-o'-the-Wisp hit multiple enemies yet. Yeah, it just seems to only ever hit one enemy. But look at the damage on that. My god. If the enemy's weak to fire, that is a killer. There we go. And we're very close to all the fights being done, I think. I can actually move all of them up a little bit now. We'll commit you here. Oh, look, there are some enemies still coming. And we'll move you here. And then we're going to move Edgar up. Up! There goes a fight. Alright, steal from the big heavy armor. Why not? Uh-oh. Alright, we'll try again. If it doesn't work, we'll just go ahead and kill him. Well, look at this guy defending himself. Oh, that wasn't worth it. Big tough enemy you kind of assume is going to have good item, but that's not a guarantee. Move Gal up some. Nope, that's not Gal. Gal, move! There we go. Okay, let's do a spell. Why not? Hit them all. She's got some magic. She hasn't burned through it all yet. It's early. Fire's not that expensive, but it also didn't kill them. I love that he just shoots a knuckle at you. Oh, this hand? I don't need this hand. Oh, God, these guys are tough. You gotta heal. Heal, heal, heal. Nope, wrong party. Move you in the way, and then swap to the other one. I don't know. Swap, 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 swap. Heal this group. Alright. Make Terra do the healing. And then heal just Edgar. There we go. Move him up a little bit. And then Sabin can stay where he is. And we gotta move Gal down a little bit. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. Ha. Stick with the classics. Go back to Stray Cat. Dead Dog. Sounds ridiculous, but in a one-on-one encounter, cats are probably going to win 90% of the time because they are vicious and stupid fast. There's a great video that was circulating the internet a while back of this cat that was facing like a snake. I don't think it was a cobra, but it was a snake that was posing upright, kind of like a cobra would. And it's a video that shows the difference in reaction time between a snake and a cat. And they slow the video down when the snake gets ready to strike the cat. And the snake starts to recoil as though it's about to lunge out and bite the cat. And the cat has time to see this happening, raise its paw, and smack the snake in the face. That's how fast their reaction time is. It's insane how fast cats are. And that's why if you have a situation where a cat and a dog are fighting, the cat's probably going to win because the cat's so much faster. All it needs to do is get one cat scratch right across the nose. I think we're done. Let's go ahead and move everyone up a little bit just to be sure. And move up Gal's party. And I think there might be a guy running back and forth in front of Kefka. Yep, there he is. And let's move up this group. We're not going to use any of these guys, but I do want to get them right there. Now, this is our attack party. Let's go ahead and heal everyone. And move them in. I think we have to fight this guy. There's no dodging him. It's alright. We'll beat him. Hell's Rider. Oh, we gotta try to steal from Hell's Rider. Holy crap, that was tight. That was a big hit. Heal yourself, Cyan, or Celis, rather. Alright, well, we're done stealing, because they only ever have one item. So we'll commit him to greatness. I think I did suplex right. I did. Excuse me, meteor strike. Whatever. And we'll have... Oh, I was going to say, we're going to have Celeste try to absorb just in case he uses magic. I don't think Hell Rider uses magic at all. But we're about to fight Kefka, and Kefka absolutely uses magic, which is why you want to have Celis in this fight, because he uses some really strong spells. And in fact, we're going to run back. You cannot run in this scenario. I know the Game Boy Advance version of the game here gives you the option to run, but you can't actually do that. Ah, crap. We can't save either. It's all right. That is why I'm going to save state just in case. Because Kefka uses a bunch of spells, the level 2 spells, the Fyra, Thundara, Blizzara, and you don't want to go into this fight without saving first if you can help it. We'll do this. There we go. Go ahead and save state. We're going to do 4. Because 3 is the save file in case this episode goes wacky. Here we go. I don't think he talks at all. I think you just straight up fight him. Steal. And you need to be doing Runic the entire fight, Celis. Nothing else. There we go. If he attacks, he does a little bit of damage, but not like a game-breakingly high amount. Let's wait and see if he does a spell. Alright, there he goes. Do it again. Keep trying to steal, buddy. Alright, we got an item. Runic up again. You should always wait until he actually casts the spell to activate Runic again. It basically creates an impenetrable wall of magic absorption that he can't get through. If you try to keep redoing Runic, there's a chance that he'll take his turn before you cast it again, and then you may lose that absorption. Locke may die here. Wait. Absorb. Good job. I'm going to use a heal on myself just in case. Oh, it's over.
Ah! Don't think you've won!
See you. We got the Peace Ring, which I think prevents Berserk.
Ah! I won't forget this!
Where's the Esper?
Is it all right?
There we go. Phew. The Esper's safe. It also appears to be alive. Is that even possible? Recoils.
Terra, what is it?
Wah, 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 wah. Oh, crap. Guys, it's going to happen again. No! Bang. One of those characters conservatively should have died here. Terra and the Esper. They're reacting to each other. And that's Viligermanda. I don't know if that's an improvement over Tritalk, but whatever. What? What is this I'm feeling? What's going on? Please, tell me. Who am I? Who?
Terra!
The Esper. It's responding to her. Terra. Get away from that thing. I can't really go that deep, so when I have to do Edgar parts, they're going to sound very subdued, because it's like, I don't know how to make him sound deep, but also not scream and just do my normal voice. And that is why I'm not a voice actor. She just yeeted out and went, whee! They do show the part where she just kind of goes wildly flying through the air, right? Not that, but yeah, right here. Okay. The Game Boy Advance has its limitations on what it can do. It emulates the Mode 7 effect to an extent. I mean, it's not perfect. There's a lot of, what's the term? The screen tearing, where the pixels don't line up the right way when it's moving around. It does the best it can. To be honest, the fact that they got that on a Game Boy Advance cart was impressive enough, but we'll let this scenario play out to the point where they have to switch to the party that's going to go after her, and then we'll call it an episode, because this one has run a little bit long. Are you awake?
Where's Terra?
She turned into a something and flew off. She looked like... ... my mother? She looked like an esper. All I could do was blink at that. Locke, are you okay? That look like, I guess you two have been banging, huh? Something happened to Terra. There must be some sort of connection between her and that esper. We need to find her. Witnesses says she went streaking westward across the sky, beyond Figaro.
Sup, losers, I'm back. We gotta hurry. I promised I'd protect her.
And they're all like, hey, dude, you're a thief, and you can't even use the best equipment, so maybe don't make promises you can't uphold. Locke. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The Empire will be back again for that esper. Someone needs to protect Bannon. In other words, not all of you are going. Now, we do get to make a group of, I want to say 4, which is good, because coming up, you're going to want to have some extra attack options, and up to this point, it's mostly been 3 people at a time. A former... Oh, wait, sorry, Cyan saying that. A former Imperial soldier. But still, we must help her. Let's split up. Those who aren't searching for Terra will stay here to guard against further attacks. Figaro Castle can shuttle the others to the western province. Shouldn't be hard to track down clues in Kolingen, or Jador as to Terra's whereabouts. Alright, so... I hate to say it, but the odd man out is going to be Celis, probably Cyan. The rest of these 4 can all hold their own. Locke, I think he will get the Thief's Glove, which allows him to mug in the future. If I'm wrong, I can look it up between episodes, and I think you can swap parties back by coming back here. And if nothing else, you can steal. Edgar's really going to benefit going along for this part of the story, mainly because when we get to Zozo, which is in the future, very close to the next episode, if not the next episode, you can find his chainsaw, and the chainsaw is a game-changing weapon for him. Sabin obviously can do multi-group attacks. Gal has the cat scratch and a couple of multi-party hitting options. And again, Locke, with the ability to steal, is going to be useful for getting items that you can't find otherwise at this point in the game. So it's going to be Edgar as the leader, Sabin his brother, Locke, and Gal. Unfortunately, Cyan's usefulness for single-party attack or single enemy attacks or the flurry move is just not going to hold up for much longer. And Celis, while she is a magic user and can absorb magic attacks, there's not going to be a ton of fights coming up in the near future where that's going to be a terribly useful ability. So this is our group of 4 going forward right now. We'll leave the two people who want to kill each other behind. All right, so let's go ahead and I think we can hit that bed for free. I'll find out in a second here. Come on, dude, move. Cyan, stop walking in front of the door. Bannon! What is the matter with these people? Get out of the way. Nope, can't stay in bed. All right. That's all right, we'll go ahead and stop here. All right, so we did make our way back to Narshe and regroup with the rest of the party. And we took on the group of soldiers being led by Kefka in the big multi-group real-time strategy style fight at Narshe. And now that we have made our way to the Esper, Terra has reached it, or it's reached Terra, I don't know how you would refer to that, and unlocked her esper side. And unfortunately, in the world of balance, if the espers make it out, and they'll reveal this later in the story, obviously, when they make it out into the world of balance, away from their own private little enclave or a sealed hideaway, espers lose control of themselves and go berserk. So that's kind of what happened with Terra. She, her esper side came out in the world of balance and just lost her mind and went crazy. So we have to go hunt her down. But we will go ahead and do that in the next episode. That's going to do it for episode 6 of our extended look at Final Fantasy 6 or 3 or whatever you want to call it. As always, I do appreciate each of you watching, and I will see you next time.